Hi everybody and welcome to another PUBG solo chicken dinner walkthrough on the PlayStation 4. So, as you can see, we've got a west to east flight path, so I'm going to drop on the road then head towards Milta. And the theme of today's walkthrough is the grind and sweep and clear. So, what is the solo grind? Well, you always have to remember when you're watching my videos that I only post my chicken dinners and some other gameplay as well, but basically I post my best performances on PUBG. And you may remember I did a beginner's guide not that long ago where I managed to get 4 chicken dinners in 9 games, and I got into the top 10, I think, 80% of the time. But it's not always gravy like that. In fact, that's pretty much the exception. Now, normally, I tell you what, let's just watch this bit first. So what happened was, this is a warning against playing PUBG without listening to the volume, because I was listening to a podcast in silence and I looted this house, came out, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, there's a car there. What's that car doing there? And then I could hear the guy in the house running around. I was very lucky. If I'd gone round the other side or gone into that house straight away, I would have never seen that guy. So I just kind of wait for him, because he keeps shooting sort of south, and then he pops his head round, as you can see, like this. So I blat him with my barrel. I think I'm running the barrel and the I end up with the barrel and the SKS. I think I've got the barrel and the Mini 14 at the moment. Now I can hear him, he's just gone into the toilet. I can hear him start to med, so it's just a case of I see him just go open the door, then blasted him, then I pick up his SKS, and I've got 2 really nice weapons. So what is the grind? Well, traditionally, my win rate in PUBG is normally about 10% for solo, so I win 1 in 10 games, and I normally get into the top 10 over 50% of the time. However, for this season on PlayStation, it seems to have got a lot harder, and my win rate is about between 7 and 8% at the moment. And for example, in this particular game here, to get this chicken dinner, previously I had to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 games ago was my last win. And that is the grind. So, although normally I might be winning 1 in 10, to get this chicken dinner, previously I had to lose 23 times. So I guess what I'm saying here is, don't get disheartened by the losing. Eventually, as long as you're following sound strategies and having fun in the game and not making silly mistakes, deciding to loot in the final circles, or drop hot in the middle of Pachinki, that sort of stuff, as long as you're playing sensibly, you will eventually get a win. And that's the PUBG solo grind. So just keep at it, and eventually you will win. And then you might win a couple, back to back. You might get. I had a back to back the other day. I won a solo, then I won a squad afterwards. Or you might, just get those ones. But keep grinding away, keep playing, keep a positive mindset, and you will eventually get that solo dinner. So that's the PUBG solo grind. Just keep going, play sensibly, and you will win. Even though sometimes, like when I was in the middle of that 23 game losing streak, I was thinking, oh god, am I ever going to win again? Yes, the answer is yes, you do, and that fires you up to play more PUBG. Now, the second part of this theme for this video is what we're going to call it sweep and clear. And you can see an example of this where I've had to come all the way across the circle because there's been people everywhere shooting each other. So I've come all the way sort of over past near Ferry Pier basically. And so what I've done is I've plonked my car around, then I've pushed back out of the safe zone towards the blue, because what I don't want to come across is people who are over here who when the blue starts to come in, they start running in and I start getting shot from behind. Now I hear some firing out over at those houses, and I know there has to be the people there at this time in the game. 16 people left alive, and I see this guy, and what you kind of see in quite a lot of these kills actually is the power of the SLR, sorry. It is a fantastic DMR, fantastic designated marksman rifle, very accurate, and will kill people sometimes if you hit them in the head first in 2 shots, which is really cool. So this guy comes out. Now the blue's coming in, so I have to push to get a bit safe. I can see him running in front of those houses, and then he plonks down to heal behind that bush. Unfortunately, I can still see him, and then yeah, blat him with a headshot. So that's the idea of sweeping and clearing. So if you've got to do a move where you haven't run in from the circle, so if you're running in, with the blue behind you and you get to a position on the edge of the circle, it's pretty much, it's going to be clear behind you because you've run in through that area. Sure, people might be rotating around, but behind you is pretty much clear. However, when you've had to do a hard shift like I have there, I've got no idea. There could have been people waiting in the grass, and especially as soon as you start shooting at people, they start shooting you. Now, the reason why I've used the car to get to this point is because I was a bit worried the circle might end up in the open fields that are to my south. So I think let's bring the car just in case we need to go into that open area. As it is, it doesn't. The circle kind of moves closer to the beach. So I get boosted up and I see this guy in front of me, and what happens now is just as I'm firing at him, somebody shoots me in the head as well, or shoots me in the body. And you'll see I decide to throw a grenade, change my mind, waiting for him to stop because I want to get that first bullet in with the headshot, line him up, and then I get hit. I then fire at that other guy, I miss him. However, I think what happens is that might have confused the other chap about who was shooting at him, because there was 2 shots from different directions. So because I don't know where the guy who shot me is, I then rotate around the circle to this side, looking for cover, just keeping an eye on where that other guy is, being very aware. So he fires a few shots at me, and then he's a bit confused here. I think maybe even that other guy was firing at him, and again, bang, we take him down. We've got 4 kills, and now there's only 8 people left alive. So the blue comes in. I decide I can hear gunfire in front of me and to my left, so I decide to rotate around the circle again towards you're probably familiar with these cliffs near the bridge that leads to the military base island. And here I'm just having a quick look around. Is anybody there? Anybody there? Again, sweeping and clearing the air around me. Now, I'm very aware that I think there's somebody over there, because I think that's the person who was shooting at me. That they're somewhere over there, but there's a lot of grass, there's a lot of little dips. I can hear somebody shooting in front of me there. But let's get safe. Let's get safe in the circle. Got a nice little rock here, and I can see that chap who's up on those rocks in front of me, probably about sort of 30 metres away. But what I'm doing here is I'm just checking around. Is anybody rotating around the circle to get to where I am? Because if I start shooting at this guy, and there's somebody there that they could shoot me. So let's aim him up with the SLR, bam, and then we take him out. So we are at 3 people left. Now only 2 people left now. So this is a really big circle for 2 people. So I make the decision to push up to the high ground, so that I can look down into, again, I think what I'm thinking is that the other guy is somewhere over there, and if I can get onto the high ground, I might be able to see him as he's moving. Now we've got a long time. The blue's going to come into this circle, and then we've got another circle. Where could he possibly be? Using the UAS for cover, just looking around. I'm pretty convinced he's down there somewhere. But where is he? Where is he? Just keep jiggling. You do that so that it's less chance of someone landing a headshot. Remember, I've only got level 2 helmet, so if they've got an AWM or a Kar98 or an M24, 1 shot to the head, I am dead. So just jiggling around now. I see him now. There he is. He's in the buggy. Desperately blasting away at him. Hides behind the tree. Now he has circle, I have circle. Circle moves. Now he has the circle now. I decide to have a go at trying to blow up the buggy, but it doesn't blow. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we've got a long time. We've got over a minute left before I've got to move. And then what we get into now is a bit of a peeking battle. And he's not bad, this guy. He does get me a few times. And I get him. Ooh, nice couple of shots there. I think he must have something like an M16, because it doesn't do me that much damage. If it was like a Kar98, I would have probably been... Well, he could have been a Kar98 because he fired too quickly. So he moves up. Again, I get another shot on him there. I'm very aware again that I haven't got the circle here. So Gets me again, so I think, oh, this guy's got a shot at me, knows what he's doing. So what I do now is that I do what I should have been doing in the first place, is that I peek and fire very quickly, alternating sides. So it's like peek, wait, shoot, peek, shoot, you know, and then moving back behind. It's all about that. Move back a bit, see if we can get another angle. He's looking at me, so as soon as I see him looking at me, I get back behind the tree. Probably hitting the tree in front of me quite a few times. So basically, if he's looking at me, I move, because I know he's aiming up, looking at my head. The circle's coming in. I try and throw a smoke here, but watch, it bounces off the tree. But it might be enough. So then I run hard right, because I'm going to try and get behind that tree. Now just watch this. Please watch this. See where this grenade goes. And I did this on purpose. Tried to aim it in between the big branches of the tree. Goes straight through. Lands right near the other guy. Grenade kill. 6 kills for the chicken dinner. There we go. So all remember, grind PUBG solos and sweep and clear. That's enough from me. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, want to see more of the same, subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.